Today, diamonds are recognized by their tradition, durability, variety, and lore. They are a bookmark for your life, for a love, and an unmatched moment. The rarest of diamonds are saved for the rarest of life's experiences. Diamonds are forever. I'm Charles Baudet, a second-generation jeweler. As I grew up, my father taught me diamond grading. According to my father, before the 1920s, diamonds were relatively scarce, and there was no standardized system. Grading was limited mostly to clarity issues. If a stone was obviously tinted, it was also graded lower. Once the supply was guaranteed, the rarity of a diamond would mainly be determined by its purity of color. The finest stones were saved for a clear day and a northern-facing window. Blue and yellow magically cancel each other out in the crystal, and because diamonds are mostly tinted by nitrogen and hydrogen, which adds yellow, they use the blue from the sky on a clear day to grade their color. The mighty skyscrapers of New York became a tool for those who had the power to show it off. Those stones that the blue from the sky dominated were called blue-white. The stones where the blue was canceled out of were white, and if the yellow dominated, they were given mine names, such as Cape. By the 1940s, the fatal flaw for the system was obvious. Almost 16% of diamonds fluoresce a color, and most commonly, blue. Meanwhile, the Gemological Institute of America was being formed as a training school for gemologists and jewelers. They developed tools and equipment and standardized system for the grading of diamond color. It used artificial daylight without the ultraviolet to avoid fluorescence, and a yardstick technique of master stone. Today, this is the recognized standard throughout the world. Today, color and clarity are graded using GIA standards, under strict lighting, magnification, and measurement. Both GIA and AGS, the American Gem Society, have concluded 10-year studies on diamond proportion, symmetry, polish, and light handling, which as an aggregate we call cut. Most of the beauty of a diamond comes from its cut. By cut, I'm referring to the proportions, symmetry, and polish of a diamond. These are what determine its light handling ability. When cutters are given a rough diamond, the job they have is to get the most amount of money for it that they can. They cannot affect its color or its clarity. All they can do is impact its beauty and its weight. They also determine how much time they will spend on that particular gemstone. Most of the time, the final price of the diamond was determined before it was even looked at. The shape of the rough especially limits how a rough diamond can be cut. The highest grade for a diamond cut comes from the AGS, American Gem Society. It is a 0 grade for proportion, symmetry, and polish. That order is important. An overall grade would be 0 for light performance, proportion factors, and finish. There are 11 grades of cut possible on an AGS report, from 0 to 10. There are less than 3.5% of diamonds that would receive the highest grade of 0. The most simple way to understand the AGS grading is to use the Asset Viewer, which displays the overall light handling of the diamond by using a 3-colored cone and having the light reflect off the cone onto the diamond and viewing the colors and symmetry displayed. The middle color is red, and the red reflected light is that which can be controlled by the cutter. The GIA equivalent grading system uses excellent as an overall cut grade, excellent for polish and symmetry. There are 5 possible cut grades in a GIA report. A diamond with the top rating from either AGS or GIA that also displays a perfect heart and arrow effect, proving that the facets aim at each other in such a way that it produces the maximum fire or prismatic effect, are truly the finest diamonds cut today. The traditional rating for most aspects of a diamond when not graded by AGS or GIA are rated as excellent, very good to excellent, very good, good to very good, good, fair to good, fair, and poor. Most diamonds cut are rated as good. At Baudet Jewelry, we refer to top cut for diamonds that are even stricter than the highest laboratory grades. The quality of a diamond's cut can account for 55% of its cost. Buying a diamond without understanding cut could be a big mistake. Weight. Much of a diamond's cost comes from the rarity of larger sizes. There are 100 points in a 1-carat diamond. 50 points is a half carat. There are certain weights where prices for each point increase. A 49-pointer is less for each point than for a 50-pointer or half carat. The difference between a 99-pointer and a 1-carat of 100 points can be $1,000. This means buying a generic diamond labeled as a 1-carat, not a specific weight, can range from under 100 points to over 100 points, probably under 100 points. It also means that the odds of finding a top-cut diamond in a 99-pointer is extremely small. Cutters would seldom find that profitable. Color. Most of the rarity of a diamond comes from its color. With the stones freest of any body color, the highest grade, D, E, and F, are colorless, and when held up to a blue sky, the blue from the sky can reflect through it unaltered. G, H, and I are considered white or nearly colorless. Lower colors, J, K, and L, are slightly tinted and can show a yellowish or brownish tint when worn because the added color of body oil, which spreads over the stone, adds to it and can make the stone look slightly dingy. Commercially, K, L, and M are commonly sold colors, which may look okay when clean in normal lighting, except when compared with white or colorless diamonds, but when slightly dirty, they'll look dingy. Clarity supports both beauty and rarity. VVS, or very, very slightly included, can take an expert using familiar equipment up to 20 minutes to locate under 10 power magnification. VS can take up to 5 minutes. SI1 up to the count of 3. SI2 is a large grade. It can encompass an inclusion that is only visible when the stone is dirty, all the way to somewhat diffused in appearance by several inclusions that are deflecting light. I1 and I2 may just have inclusions visible when looking with the naked eye, all the way to a slightly shattered look. The important cutoff point is where the light is not affected by the inclusions. In SI1 and higher grades, the inclusions do not affect how the light travels through the stone, and therefore do not affect its beauty. In an emerald cut or a poorly cut diamond of another shape, an SI1 might barely be seen under some lighting circumstances. In a fine cut diamond, this will never happen. Generally speaking, on a diamond less than a carat, an SI1 inclusion that is strictly graded by GIA or AGS will not be visible and will not affect a diamond's beauty. When buying a diamond, you decide what is right for you. However, because so much of its value is determined by what is imperceptible in a showroom, unless you understand what you're buying, you may not know what you are giving up. Therefore, it is always advisable to use the services of a professional jeweler who you trust.